So measuring what matters in marketing. The reason why I'm talking about measurement, as I've mentioned in the previous session, is that making sure that you are on the right track is key essential factor for success in your business activations, regardless of what you're doing. It doesn't have to be marketing. Whatever you're doing, you need to make sure that you're measuring it and you're measuring it properly. So, with marketing being in the core of your business activations and key business unit within every business, it's critical to understand what should you be measuring and how as well, in order to make sure that you're keeping the business on the right track and you're able to efficiently grow and scale your business. So I wanted to start from the top, as we usually say, by looking at what a new businesses would be doing, or maybe even an existing business, but it's not yet well established in a certain market or a certain area. So usually you would be looking at branding activations. So if you're doing branding activations, and this is where you're trying to get more users to be aware of your product, aware of your business, this is where you do these branding activations, or also called awareness activities. What you should be measuring in such activations are a couple of things, and I'm gonna explain them and what and when to measure each one of them. One of the things that you would be measuring is reach and the optimal frequency of your campaigns. Reach, as it says, how many people your ad is reaching, and this is a metric that you can find across any digital media platform that you're using. It will tell you how many users have seen your, not specifically seen, but like they don't have to lay an eye on it, which is something a bit tricky in digital marketing. But for sure, the your ad has reached them. And another factor is called frequency, which is how many times they have been reached with your ad. Why this is important? Because even if users are not paying 100% attention to your ad, or not even doing an action right now with your ad, but once they have a need for your business, you will be on top of their mind because you were able to reach them previously. For an example, if you see an ad today for a grocery brand and you're not buying groceries now, you will just have it on top of your mind. So this brand can offer me this product. And then the next time you're in the supermarket, or even if you have a need for it, you will open your phone and order it online, just because you were reached earlier with such an ad. So this is why it's very important to understand how many people your ad is reaching and what is the frequency as well. Because it depends on where you are with your brand today. You don't want your ad to show to the same person hundreds of times, because this is waste of budget. But you need to have this optimal frequency, which is you will be able to learn based on experience, based on A/B testing, and of course, as I mentioned, it differs from one brand to another. What's the best frequency that they need to achieve on their ads? Another thing that you can be looking at in your branding activations is brand lift study. And this is a study, a survey that a platform like YouTube or Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok will be running on your behalf, and it will ask people how many of them were able to recognize seeing your ad or recognize your brand name before seeing your ad. And this is the control group. They will never see your ad, so they will be asked if they actually know your brand. And the exposed group, and these are the people who will actually see your ad. The reason why brand lift study matters, because it will tell you if your campaign and if your creatives and your message and communications are actually effective in driving lift, and this is why it's called brand lift study, and driving lift towards your brand. So this is where you do brand lift studies to understand such an effect, and it will tell you if your communications need to be improved because people are not able to recognize your ad or recall seeing your brand as much as you want them to be. Another more sophisticated solution is something called brand health tracker, and this has to be done through a third party. It could be done through the likes of Kantar or Ipsos, where they will survey people in real time, so not online. It's going to be either through phone, or it could be even personal interviews to ask them the same questions about recalling seeing your ad, and also recall your brand name as what's called unaided brand awareness, which means to see if you can recall that brand name without actually being focused on. Another thing that you can monitor when you're doing branding activations is uplift in your search. So it's known for the fact that you could use Google search as a proxy for understanding the demand for your brand. If you want anything, you will go to Google and you will search for it. So if you're doing a good branding activations, you want to make sure that it is actually matched with an uplift in your searches, which means more people are going to Google to search for your brand, and this is how you know that your activity is working.